That assist was a violation of corporate law if I ever saw one. Since it was to my benefit, and we're largely in lawless lands, I'll look the other way. C3 owes you one, stranger. You haven't seen Constance, have you? Ah, there's her torso. And that'll be her legs over yonder, never mind. I'm Bertold.
Oh. Oh, my law, he's right. I thought they had to be Cystipig parts, or otherwise... Oh, I'm gonna be sick.
Whoa, away from the boots if you don't mind. Killing marauders and hooligans, as I am handsomely paid to do. Of course, as me and Constance discovered, they ain't the only forms of life inhabiting these caverns. I owe you a debt for saving my neck, stranger, and I mean to pay it. There's a station up the way. It's where my C3s are posted. We can talk more there where it's safe. I'll be on my way, once I've gathered up Constance's parts. Hey, Mannequin Slayer! Glad you made it in one piece. After all, not everyone's so lucky. Meet my corporate compliance crew. Then check out our weapons locker inside. I reckon you'll find something you like. Then we call it even between us. We were hired to do so, why else? You did get the memo that we're mercenaries? Our client's a bit unorthodox, sure. He calls himself the Broker, and prefers the glow of a terminal to flesh and blood interaction. But I can't fault his work ethic. Our current gig's to stop, by means of lethal force, any creatures exiting the caverns, including but not limited to marauders, iconoclasts, and agents operating for the MSI. You look like an idle body. You drive a hard bargain, man. It don't... At the same time, we do want to keep our client alive. Until the payment's cleared. We recommended the client safeguard himself, so I don't expect that the main doors will be accessible. Find a way to open them, and we'll clear... I'd best radio ahead for Joy and Hudson to prep for us. They'll be at the station entrance, ready with our finest auto mechanical...
There you are! Bossman said you'd be up this way.
Living up in a tower.
Fox radioed ahead. Said I'm to follow you. Provide whatever support you need. If those bastards start shooting, we'll join in. I gotta warn you, my girl Sunshine here is a tad trigger-happy. Of course, me and her will follow your lead. Just wanted you to know we wouldn't begrudge you of any violent inclinations. Ain't it the same, really? I'd say me and my piece meet each other halfway on the issue. We can tell friend from foe, mind you, but it's probably best... Whatever you need, just don't take too long. Idling makes me want to shoot.
System.
Incoming! When you are. I always want... Fox... Whatever.
Nobody messes with you, boss! That was fun!
may not realize this being as you're an outsider, but the blaring alarms indicate the station's on lockdown.
You hide!
We've so
Woo! That had to hurt! Oh, that's the last of him!
You out there, whoever you are, yes, I can see you. Come here and talk to me, face the intercom. I can't tell if you're brave or simply touched in the head. What in the galaxy are you doing sniffing around my station? Unless you are, in fact, trying... Nice and coherent. Good. Take it you're not with the Marauders, then. By the hand of fate and my own cunning skill, the Marauders may have other plans. And since my hired hands have clearly turned idle, it appears... Excellent. I have a good feeling about our business relations. Oh, now they'll take action. It's about time, I tell you. I barricaded the broadcast center, but I can only hold out for so long. Clear the Marauders out, and I'll pay you. They destroy... The elevator and doors to the second floor are back online. Hurry before I have to lock them down again. Too many, considering I hired a bunch of already. Hey, elevators to your right. Get ready. C3's entering through the main doors as we speak. About damn time.
Light 'em on fire, ladies and gents!
Waste of company ammo!
Waste of ammo.
Hi, Pit!
You're right!
Open fire!
You're right. That's the last of them!
Marauder free at last. I'll get the door. You hurry on it.
Never thought I'd be ecstatic at having the walls painted in blood, but seeing as it's not mine, and you got me my money's worth out of the C3s, I ought to have simply dealt... Yeah. This ought to square our debt. One hefty payment for a highly valued service. Allow me to pose my question in another manner. That is the primary goal behind locking myself high in a tower. Some folk... Phineas must have sent you. He's the only one insane enough to send someone to Monarch to rush me. I knew it was only a matter of time before he came a-knocking. Look, I might be late.
Are you fibbing? Be honest.
Have you seen Doc Wells? The guy's ancient. You take any more time and he's liable to croak.
I take offense to that. Look, it might take me. I am awaiting but a single incoming transmission containing the information we desire. But MSI and the Iconoclasts are clogging the airwaves from Stellar Bay and Amber Heights. In their war against each other, they're scrambling each other's outgoing transmissions. Luckily, however, the Iconoclasts have now gone silent. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you? Then you've my impressed gratitude. Still, we need to get MSI off the airwaves. I will leave the means to that. The bandwidth! There's too much blasted background noise. Nothing gets through, but which of course has inadvertently affected the income. No, they're jamming the limited frequencies we have at our disposal. Nothing extraplanetary can get in or out until the frequency pool. The safest bet is to convince Sanjar and MSI to stop. You do that, I'll be here. Wait, luck be with you. I have a feeling you'll be needing a pinch of it, plus a vat of... Is that a trick question? Because to answer it, you'd need... Of course, We'll call it an exchange for your help. Ask me what you will. They are a curious lot. Insufferable. And short-sighted, too. Sanjar's not actually at fault for his past performance reviews, but he can keep hunting for loopholes to get back on the board for the next century. Not in his lifetime. For Nebula's sake, even with the loophole I gave him, he's only in charge of MSI because every other exec died during the massacre at Amber Heights. I gave Sanjar and Graham legal information that would allow MSI to own Terra One, once the other corporations had abandoned the planet. The execs had their concerns, but before the matter could be resolved, pirates raided their homes in the night. Some say Graham suffers from nightmares that leave him sweat-drenched and screaming. I would assume it stems from the friends and family he lost in Amber Heights all those years ago. You mean between MSI, the Iconoclasts, and myself? I bet neither of those megalomaniacs told you. Back when the colony was still Terra One and corporations were abandoning us left and right, I'm the one who approached Sanjar and Graham with the means to our salvation. I offered them a legal way to take control of the planet. If MSI were the only corporation here, they could claim sole ownership. Precisely. The other corporations were fleeing because of the hazard clause declaring Terra One uninhabitable. But MSI had lagged behind, giving Sanjar and Graham an opportunity. Take over MSI, stay here while the other corps left, take over the planet. Precisely. Without me, they never would have done more than play Revolution in hushed whispers over scuzzy kale ales in the tavern. Thus, the bargain was struck. They could run MSI while I would operate Devil's Peak Station. Unfortunately, relations have soured over time. Competing ideologies. Graham believes Sanjar has become corrupted by the corporate lifestyle, that he is now similar to the original corporate executives they sought to reform. And Sanjar has learned the hard way that Graham is quite morally gray. Luckily for you, I am a veritable font of information. Not much, admittedly. Phineas has been in hiding for the past 35 years. He got in touch with Nyoka first, who I use as a physical go-between. The rest is history. As far as what's between us, I mean. Outside of that, I do know this. There is a sharper side to the good scientist than you'd expect. If allegations are to be believed, I am not convinced as to the validity of these allegations, considering the source, but What? No. Why would I go out of my way to intercept messages from Earth? There's no market for... Now, if you wanted me to intercept a certain one... How... I may... There are so... If you try to cite me on this, I will deny. Do you understand? MSI's ownership of Monarch is technically legal, but it would give MSI too much power on the board to grant them such status. That the chairman is politically motivated to keep Monarch from being re-recognized as a legal part of the colony, and his actions as a result are highly illegal. And that is all you will get from me regarding such a deadly piece of data. If you try to cite me on this, I will deny MS... Be a doll and...
We all set to go?
They're real pretty. And they got these really big teeth. Did you see them up close?
I heard they spit acid right in your...
Welcome back. You find anything out there? Let's see. These are old. Looks like correspondences between... This one's got the Amber Heights gate code on it, just like the one I found earlier. And here's a letter. Captain. He gave them the gate code. Yeah. I know he's got his head in the clouds, but I always believed there was a core of good there.
I always figured Mr. Bryant for a man of character. In the end, though?
Yeah. He had us all fooled. Thank you for bringing this back, but I need some time. I gotta think.
Hey, take your time.
developments seem out of sorts. I'd give you a friendlier welcome.
Gosh, this old girl's in a rough way. Even old Bess in Edgewater.
Hey, you want to try?
Sorry, ma'am. I wasn't trying to be rude. It's just your flanging apparatus isn't making us.
Oh. Anyway. That he's got his load on and That's... Wow. Yeah, I wouldn't... Still, it's good to know what happened to him. And that out, something else on your mind?
No, that can't... Wait, are you sure it wasn't... That's Tucker's ring. His daddy gave it to him and he never took it off since. How did you... No, it can't be. He's not dead, not my child, not my sweet... Take the money. Just... please.
New face, huh? Why don't you grab a chair?
By the smell, he's been reveling.
Me and my friends have taken our destiny into our own hands. We're untethered, free of responsibility and worldly cares. Well, as long as we... But until the windfall's gone, we're riding high. See, we just walked out on our work. Had enough, we did. It ain't any one thing but the sum of it all, having to work longer shifts for less bits. And the wages we do... Our supervisor, Velma, goes on and on about quarterly profits and meeting quotas. But that ain't what Sanjar promised us. Velma refuses to negotiate, so we won't go back until she agrees to pay us fair and proper. Us on Monarch. We're free from the board, you know? Sure thing. I never meant to call for anyone's head on a pike. Velma's not my favorite person, but she ain't been cruel to us. Devil it all. Now you got me feeling sorry for her. Fine. I guess we'll go back to work to save Velma's... Tell Velma not to worry. We'll look out for her.
We gotta talk about this.
What are the chances of all the times and places we could have been born?
Yeah.
We're here, light years from Earth, going about our lives.
Every time the punch clock peals, a worker earns his meals.
I'd give... You're not... Well, that's... Thanks for your help. You've gotten me out of a tight spot here. Something else on your mind?
Aha, the helpful strip. Clear my schedule. This newcomer... Celia, will you make a note of that for my self-review?
Noted.
But not so generous I can't drive a good bargain. Now, who sent you? What a charming notion. One doesn't meet. Forgive me, I'd be positively enraptured. Now, there's no need to humor me. I'm used to this particular...
Seems like you're having a rough time, Mr. Sanjar.
Oh, don't worry on my account. This is merely the latest in a long... I had hoped that livening up our advert... Thanks to the so-called hazard clause. Now, we've kept ourselves in business by trading with individual corporations, but given the off-the-book... Yes, freedom is a tempting ideal.
Can't imagine why you'd sneer at the notion of a free colony. Could it be
I used to be young and idealistic too, but...
Well, Mr. Nandi here has a rather ingenious plan to...
On our terms, mind you.
But will that help the people here, Mr. Sanjar? Keep them fed and safe?
That's
And if our advertising scheme hasn't borne fruit, then perhaps it's...
It's a two-pronged approach. The first part involves seeing Stellar Bay properly defended. With a Bolt 52 cartridge, of course. If you can get us what we need to rejoin the board, starting the Bolt 52, we'll be able to become one of the most productive...
And you'll have a powerful out...
Why, one of the strongest defenses in Halcyon.
I was starting to get bored listening to you, until you said the phrase,
It is... In the old arms building southwest of town, which used to be part of Stellar Bay before we had to move on. Do be careful. I've lost more than a few people to Mirage. Oh, and while you're at it, there should be a terminal in the arms building with some dangerous information. Perhaps you could delete it so it doesn't fall into the wrong hands. What can I do for you? You're just as rigid as the old executive committee. Why, we've hardly been...
When Graham finally shut up.
It isn't easy keeping a town like Stellar Bay afloat, especially without the board's backing. Indeed. That's why it's imperative that MSI be... And the first step is get...